Synthetic man
Wow,
clip.
wow. I guess they'll just hear this
Confusing.
conversation we're having too.
Yeah, so confusing. You are going to be clipping out the synthetic man part. I'm going to be
Oh,
putting this members only for you guys because I found that way too funny not to go over it.
oh,
Also, do you even have redirect set up for me, you asshole?
maybe.
Oh, my ears. Why? I hate hearing myself talk, bro.
Oh, that's your fault.
What do you mean?
I told you I was doing this. What do you,
I
oh
fucking
wait,
hate.
I'm glad.
There
I'm
you
glad I
are.
got you in here. How do I gift my own subs?
Oh, okay. So you click. So you go to your own channel, or you could like click it in the studio. Actually, no. Go to your own channel, and then it says membership gifting, and then it should say gift members, and it should give you like an option for like gifting.
Okay, let's see how this goes. And I'm on this stream. Yeah, Lee, I got 30 minutes. Why? Okay, I titled the stream, How Long Do I Got Before I Just like start swearing? And I guess everybody's giving me 30 minutes, which is fine.
I give you 20.
Wow.
Yeah, you're really bad at that.
No, I see. Here's the thing though. I went a full hour. I think I went like an
Yeah,
hour
yeah.
and 17 minutes. And the thing that broke
Okay.
me is when I talk. What do you mean? You can go watch the stream while I
Bro.
did it. You can go watch the stream while I did it.
Okay, I'll go watch it later. All right, I'll talk to you later.
Hold on. Where's this membership gifted thing?
Hold on. So you know how you go to your channel, right? Like go to your actual stream, right? Or
I'm
you can
on
pull
it.
it into the chat. So yeah, so pop out your chat. Click on the little $ thing. Membership gifts, and then it should give you an option. Yeah, it says you gifted free 10 members. Show me your screen. What are you looking at?
Jesus Christ, that option's not there, buddy.
Show me what you're looking at.
Show me what I'm looking at, huh?
Screen share.
You want to see what I'm looking at? Huh? You want to see all this adult film entertainment going on here?
Okay, go to your studio.
Oh God.
Go into the live stream studio.
Okay. And where do I go now? Kimasabi.
So you know how you can like where the chat is?
No.
It should allow you to do gifting. Show me your screen.
Why are you yelling? See, don't try to cheat me and try to make me swear.
Oh my god.
You evil man. You evil man.
Just show me your screen.
I'm showing you the screen.
Okay. There's a $ right there.
Yes. Very much
Okay,
so.
I have no idea why you can't do it then.
Oh, I'm
'Cause it
not
shows up
allowed.
in mine.
I'm African American. Oh, I'm a hater.
Yeah, it literally gives me the free option because I'm white.
Discrimination.
What was his name? Fuck. Corey Kenshin was right. Racism and favoritism.
That's
Corey Kenshin was right this whole time.
that's crazy. No, why does he look like this, Chris?
Why does fucking Xander? Oh god damn it! I'm done with this call. I'll talk to you later.
Oh my god! Hi everybody! How y'all doing? Oh man, you going bald? Who going bald? Not I, sweetheart. So what inspired this stream? What inspired this stream? Pure, unadulterated boredom, peak boredom, and the fact that you know what? Why not? Also, I forgot to tell y'all the story about Peachy and these eggs. So, let me go ahead and scroll up here. You know what I'm saying? Well, first of all, let me remind Peachy that I didn't tell the story. To tell the story, I'm doing it now. It's Mark Zuckerberg. That's great. Why it gotta be Mark Zuckerberg? Also, hello, all these Chris the Narc people, all you wannabe police officers. I know y'all just heard me, and if you're interested, you can hear me a little bit more because in my mind, I'm losing it. You know what's crazy? Everybody didn't build me 30 minutes. Everybody done gave me 30 minutes. So you, Peachy, and Chris won't play it. Whoa, I'm not even gonna sit here and continue reading that one. I'm just going to ignore you and scroll all the way back up so that I can read these messages about Peachy not being able to make no eggs. So we all know Peachy. We all know her history with the kitchen is one that inspires all of us to be better in our own lives. I'm going to read this to you all, and I want you to understand that this is a grown adult woman. And I quote, "Okay, many years ago, my grandmother was babysitting us. She made breakfast, and it was the most, in all capital letters, amazing scrambled eggs we ever had. I asked her multiple times over the years how she made it, and all she would say is, 'It's just eggs. I don't know what you mean.' As it turns out, in all caps, people season their eggs." When I hear that from a grown adult woman, my head hurts, everything starts to itch, and I don't know why things function the way they do. Hi, Leon. Hope you're doing well. I might not be well. Like, in all capital letters, as it turns out, end of the capital letters, people season their eggs. Now, for those of you who know Peachy, you know there's a lore around Peachy when it comes to seasonings. Apparently, the people in the Peachy household just don't season next to anything. That's the lore in the Peachy household. What are you saying WTF to me for? I'm not the one who I season the food that I make. You know what? I almost swore. I almost gave up already. 6 minutes and 45 seconds in, I almost gave up. But no, we gotta keep it going. People season their eggs. This did not hit me until I made eggs with cheese, salt, milk, and pepper. Then I was like, this is it. This is grandma's eggs. Meaning, it was so normal for her to season her food, aka eggs, that it didn't occur to her that we never seasoned our eggs before. All my life, outside of her cooking, eggs were just scrambled and nothing more. Maybe a little butter, but that's it.
Also, stop hiring black people to make Mexican food. Would you trust a white person to make you Chinese food?
You know, if all of you choose to subscribe, you could just hear that.
Also, stop hiring black people to make Mexican food. Would you trust a white person to make you Chinese food?
And the question is, would you? It's an honest question. It's a true, honest question that anyone could ask. You know what I'm saying? Saying, you're somebody who's known me for quite a while. How long do you think I got before I start swearing? How do you not taste cheese? Listen, this is the same woman who chose to drink spoiled milk. And her reasoning behind it was, it smelled bad, but, you know, I still tried it. Didn't check the expiration. Didn't really deduce that it was bad based off the smell. All right. Maybe a little butter, but that's it. I always thought they were meant to be plain and gross. That's it. It's just an epiphany that I thought was kind of funny. You want me to believe you suddenly had an epiphany about seasoning breakfast? There are days when I truly cannot wait for the day that darling old Peachy ends up in a relationship, because all this talk about running out of things to discuss and speak about and you lose all the vibe in a relationship, that will never happen with Peachy. Peachy's got a story every day. Speak of the devil and she shall appear. Hi, Peachy. Do you want to recant the story about how you drunk expired milk and your reasoning was so bootylicious backwards? See, Peachy, how long do you think I got before I start swearing? I already got this meth addict in front of me. Listen, I saw this picture and I know of this person because of Chris. And I immediately went to Chris and I'm like, is your friend okay? Why does he look like this? Is he good? Please learn to cook. Listen, It looked. Oh, so you went based off of. So ignore what I said about the smell. She went based off of looks. She went based off of looks. Peachy, don't worry about who this is. You went based off of looks. You didn't go based off the smell. You didn't check the expiration date. You went based off of looks. I can't wait to be at your wedding. I'm telling everybody. I'm going around the campfire and I'm just be like, hey, first of all, I'm going to be drunk. That's one thing. I'm going to be drunk at Peachy's wedding and I'm going to be right by the food and I'm going to be eating all the food, you know what I'm saying, on my big backness. I'm going to kick over the cake and I'm going to leave. And I've been told that if I do this, Peachy's going to be very upset and scream. And I told her at the time, go ahead. A midget yelling at me about their wedding going wrong could possibly be the funniest thing ever for me. So go ahead. Try me if you must, if you dare.
Also, stop hiring black people to make Mexican food. Would you trust a white person to make you Chinese food?
I love when I do these and I just stop and that happens.
Stop hiring black people to make Mexican food. Would you trust a white person to make you Chinese food?
But hi, everybody. Welcome to the second stream of the day. I did one hours ago, and I don't even remember what we were talking about. What was the basis of the last stream? What were we talking about? Rejected milk sounds like a TikTok name. Excuse me, Peachy. There's like so much with you that always captivates me. I'm glad that there were a bunch of us at the time, me, Starsan, Xylee, that got you to look at your life and say, this is objectively wrong. Let us put you in the right direction to fix this. Because, oh my, it was all wrong. And you went years with this. Xander Hall is either deep in thought or he's pooing on himself. I told y'all. I told y'all. I'm dedicated. I'm dedicated to these layers of all of this. We ain't even going to get into the microwave bacon. You know what? Let's get into the microwave bacon because as a Southerner, as someone who is of the Southern variety, when I see and hear somebody talk about microwave bacon, it makes my blood boil because how could you do that to that succulent meat? I'm so glad Hannah does not clip anymore because meat is supposed to be succulent. It's supposed to sit on that hot skillet. It's supposed to sizzle. It's supposed to spark up. You're supposed to see all that grease just bubble. Oh my God. You're not supposed to microwave bacon. Do you put the milk in first before you pour the cereal? I just want to know. I want to know, like, how we get to all these points together, Peachy. Peachy has the best food stories. That is true. Objectively, that is true. If you microwave bacon, you should go to jail. There's a lot of things that should happen to you if you do such a thing. Jail might be the worst option. Are you Midwest? No, she's from the North. Hold on, I gotta spit real fast because she's from the North. Grizzly Bear, I appreciate you being a member of the Fields. You, along with many other people, have access to all these wonderful emotes. Some of them you've seen from other streams. Others are ripoffs of Nintendo's gaming franchise Mario from the game Mario Odyssey. You know what I'm saying? Just got here. What's the context of this stream? The context, you know what? Despite all the talk about food and Peachy's lack of knowledge thereof, the point of the stream is to just laugh, love, and understand. Because maybe I've been on my romantical romance arc. You know, I need love advice, and I'm pretty sure all of you need it too. Because look at you, look at all of you in the mirror. The only one in here I could say for certain doesn't need it is the one person in here who I could verify is married, and that's saying. The rest of us, we need help. And you know, why not get some help from of all people, our good friend Burley. Chud Logic did it better because he got there faster than Leon. I don't know what you mean by that. Female dog, I'm married. I can't verify that. Are we covering Xander Hall? Good God, no. Good God, no. I don't even know what he does. So it's like, I literally, like 3 hours ago, was calling this dude Xanax because I didn't know his name. And I refuse to want to know his name at any length of capacity. Not Pearly. We have to. Because here's the cliff notes. Fresh and fit, alpha male. I gotta watch my tone because this is gonna make me swear. Matter of fact, let me test myself real quick. Let me go back to what made me swear at the jump. Like, what made me lose my mind the last time I decided to challenge myself? Leon, I'm not that lonely, not Pearl. Let me go to the last thing that made me lose my mind just a little bit. Because I want everybody to understand.
Also, stop hiring black people to make Mexican food. Would you trust a white person to make you Chinese food?
Would you? I want y'all to understand. I'm from the South. I'm from New Orleans. Y'all can tell based off the accent. And around New Orleans and various other places in the South, there's this group of people throughout history who have Creole lineage. And recently, I say recently, but since the beginning of the year, a lot of people, black people, have been going back and forth with each other about who's black and who's not. It's the dumbest set of standards ever. It makes black people look lesser. And if you ever wondered why white people view themselves as superior as opposed to black people, go look at this discourse and you'll understand why. And I want to, I don't know where it, oh, I know where. It's right here. So this woman is Creole. And a bunch of people got on her case because I guess they don't understand the fact that Creole is a mix of a bunch of different races. And what do you think? For those of you who didn't see the stream where I lost my mind, what do you think the black man is? Matter of fact, glad I remembered this. Hold on a second. Bam, 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 bam. Bam, bam, bam. This is all just a test to see how long I could go before I lose my mind. This is all just one big test to see. Check the group chat. Hold on a moment. Check the group chat. Who did what and how did they do it for you to be alerting me to this? What in... Oh, y'all sick. Welcome back. OJ is crazy. Y'all sick. That man can't just announce he having a baby. That man's a WWE superstar. Yeah, I get it. He scammed a couple of y'all out a couple dollars, but the IRS do it too. And y'all fine with that. Y'all so fine with it. Y'all come back every other year or every year. Weren't you live earlier? Wow. What a response. You can't just appreciate that I'm live again. You just go, oh God, weren't you live earlier? Yuck. Feel bad, kid. That's crazy. When you really piece a lot of this together, that's crazy. Who is this? It's Logan Paul. Keanu Reeves is voicing Shadow the Hedgehog. You are several amount of hours late, and I'm not mad at it. I'm more so shocked you didn't know about this at any point enough to alert me, because I knew about that and I said, what an odd casting, but it might be able to fit. Guys, what's Creole? Well, listen, allow me to help you out before I show you what egregiously hurt my soul the other day. Creole is a person mixed with European and black descent, especially in the Caribbean. What race is Creole? Typically, a Creole person from the Caribbean has French, Spanish, Portuguese, British, Dutch ancestry mixed with sub-Saharan African entities and sometimes mixed with native indigenous people. It's a mix of a bunch of things. So, when we're having this discussion about race, when we're having this discussion about race, let me say it one more time. When we're having this discussion about race, what do you think the black man is about to say?
Yo. Now look, here's the thing, right? The point of this video is not to get into the nooks and crannies of whether or not she's actually black. Okay? Quite honestly, I don't know and I don't give a damn. Okay? I really don't.
He swore, not me.
I don't care, okay? But I just want to know, right? This is the whole reason I'm making this video. The reason why I was laughing as she was giving her explanation on her identity and who she is because it sounds basically identical to the same logic and reasoning that trans people use to say that, hey, I am the opposite sex or gender.
Look,
So, class, a group of people who are mixed from all different types of ethnicities or nationalities or races, whatever the word is, that somehow is similar to men who feel like they are women or vice versa. So somehow, mind you, this is the guy who in the same video will sit here and tell you all about how, oh, you shouldn't be worried about your race and all this. You shouldn't be worried about that. What matters is that you're an American and all that. And in this video, somewhere in this video, I'm not certain where, I don't remember where, this dude had to respond to the amazing Lucas talking about him not being a foundational black American. And he had to pull out his birth certificate for some reason. He had to let you all know that I guess, because another YouTuber sat there and made fun of him for not being foundational black American, yada, yada, yada. He had to pull out his green card. Stop. What? So listen, I am of the reasoning that a lot of people, see, this is what I told you. Politics is fun when you veer into the stupid. He had beef with the amazing Lucas, I guess. To the point, but it's so odd because he'll sit there and say, oh, well, you shouldn't be worried about your race. He has to verify that he's somehow from America and that he's black because random YouTuber said he wasn't. L plus O plus L equals what? But if you listen to these types of people, they will tell you none of this matters and that it all means nothing and you should somehow be ashamed. And yada with the rada. Can I learn about love? Can I somehow learn about modern women taking no accountability? Pearl on Brett Cooper's attack on Fresh and Fit. This is identity politics, and identity politics is nearly always stupid. Here's the thing though. You want to know where it's not identity politics? When it's not identity politics is when someone's telling you what they are mixed with. When they're mixed with all these different things and they tell you they're Creole, that's just what it is. Everything else is identity politics. She wasn't saying any of this to get any brownie points. She was participating in the discussion by stupid people about who's black and who's not. And honestly, the whole conversation proves why white people look at themselves as better. Please. But, all right, I made it through that without losing my mind. And in 6 minutes, some of y'all owe me money. Which is convenient because the Ko-fi link is right there. Because y'all sat there and gave me 30 minutes. So how you doing, Leon? I'm kind of hungry. See, I'm making it worse for myself because I'm hungry. And I decided, you know what? Let's go balls to the walls. Let's see if I can stream hungry and talk and listen to stupid people talk. Let's see how long I go. The only admin Priest did is showing free use of Minecraft gameplay. Oh, poor children. But cliff notes for everybody. Fresh and Fit, or one of them, had coitus, and I guess from that coitus, shockingly, a baby was inseminated into the womb, and the person who has the baby does not want an abortion, and I guess one of them, I think Fresh, wants the abortion, and Brett Cooper, the Ben Shapiro looking person right here, was basically like, hey, there's consequences to having coitus, and this is one of them, which is the take anybody with a brain would have. Objectively, that's the take anybody with a brain would have. But because we live in a world where the common sense take is somehow lost on everybody, we now have to view it as an attack on Fresh and Fit. So let me just go ahead and 1.75 this, because I ain't about to listen to slow talk. And let's hear the attack.
But what's interesting to me, and this is why I say she's gynocentric still a bit, is she still uses the deference to women. She's still, you know, and I'm going to go through this later, but she's still automatically judging the men and empathizing with the women, believing the women. And it's tough to get out of this because society is conditioned, you know, has had this in the media, whatever, for years. So we'll keep.
I'm sorry. Am I not supposed to think that after you have coitus, there's the potential of having a baby? And then there would be somebody wanting the, what would you call it, coitus bearer to be in said child's life? Like, this is not a sexual assault story. This is, hey, we had coitus. I'm now pregnant. I want to keep baby. It's miles upon miles upon miles different than anything else related to said subject matter. But you just gotta wonder, deep inside, if it's all a ploy, the agenda of the woke women to come together, to extort somehow successful men who do nothing but prey upon emotionally unstable and depressed, lonely men who will sit here and try to tell individuals like you and I that we don't understand their plight, even though they are weird. Shall I tap the sign? Before we continue, do I need to tap the sign? I feel like I might have to tap the sign. Hold on, let me get the sign so I could maybe potentially tap it. Hold on, let me scroll. There it is. There's the sign. There's the sign. Let me go ahead and put that right there. Let me hum that. Let me just hum the sign right there. And we just keep that sign right there. Keep the sign for everybody to see. Because Jesus Christ, we might have to touch that sign in a while.
Keep going.
Using cheating and breaking up families, aka the backbone.
Now, see there again. Where did he say cheating doesn't have to break up a family, Brett? And we don't talk about the reasons why men cheat. At least a quarter of marriages are sexless. At least. I think it's much higher. Women get their children, they stop sleeping with the husband.
Of our culture. Somebody commented and said, first L, take brother. Loyalty is everything. And religion and
And that's the thing, the TradCon guys, most of the TradCon guys, because remember, like 85% of men have never really gotten to get laid like that. They've never really had women pursue them like that. So they've...
This is a woman who I'm certain has not seen a long, bulging, veiny wiener.
There's a lot of guys that have never been in that position.
Wiener's not a
Saying they
swear.
would never do it. And, you know, I mean, that's nice. It sounds nice. But I'll tell you what, Brett, I've argued with guys about this topic. You know, I once argued with a guy. He said, being disloyal is wrong. That's so immoral. Da, 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 da. But, you know, people talk behind the scenes, right? You find things out. I find out this guy does threesomes with his girlfriend. I mean, I guess he got off on technicality.
So you're speaking to an individual who cheats on his wife, and you think that that's the standard for everybody else. I hate to break it to everybody, but, you know, I guess this makes me a soy boy. If I were in a relationship, cheating would be the, let's see, checks notes. Last thing on my mind, I'd be worried about, you know, pursuing, you know, marriage with said individual. Call me a soy boy. Call me a soy boy if you so choose. Is Candace defending Fresh? I don't think Candace would dare.
It's like the same, it's the same thing.
good and faith. Marriage, first L, but you have not been paying attention if this is the first L from them you've ever heard. Someone else says Myron presents the weak man's image of a strong man. Weak men can never speak for strong men. They lack the instinct for it. Amazing way to put it. And usually strong men are...
Okay. You know, Brett, I just, you know, gosh, I hate to do this. Myron, he was a former FBI agent. He used to put pedophiles in jail. I mean, how...
I don't think. Wait, which one's Myron and which one's the other one? Which one's the ugly one? Is that Myron? I thought we were talking about I thought the ugly one was the one that got her pregnant. I thought the ugly one was the one that got her pregnant. Which, hey, if you ugly, just make sure you got money.
What more are the guys supposed to do? What is up? Is there going to be a tornado here? What? Jesus, this is so windy.
Sitting on podcasts talking about their masculinity. Damn. Doesn't usually look like that. And then just cover all of our bases. Here's one of their fans who says, Myron is not religious. Stop putting religious standards on him.
Myron is the one with the baby. So wait, so they were both FBI agents? Because I know the one with the hair transplant, that one was the one that was like, you know, I used to save kids, but saving you guys means so much more to me. Why did she leave that in? Who knows?
Okay, so now being
I think this was a live show.
loyal, committed husband and an upstanding father who respects his children's mother is apparently a religious stand.
Yes, because, you know, again, marriage is dead, Brett. It's dead. And this isn't what I want to happen. This is
Marriage is dead? How convenient she's saying that about Brett. When, isn't Brett married? Then who was the one that told me Brett got married? I guess marriage isn't dead. I guess marriage is only for the people, you know, who are willing to make that type of thing work. Meanwhile, you got these dry, destitute marsupials like quick pro quo over here who can't get a man. So I guess marriage is dead for people who, you know, are like Pearl. But for people like me, and hopefully for individuals like all of you, marriage is alive and well in your minds, and you believe in love and yada yada with the rada-radas.
isn't what I'd like to happen. This is what has already happened. So, you know, that is more of a Christian standard, I'm going to see.
Do you need to disavow? Thank you for saying the quiet part out loud. I am so glad that you
Also, sign up to our memberships, the Audacity Network.
Myron is fit. So what? All right, hold on. Now y'all kind of making me mad. Now y'all kind of making me mad. Which one of them is, they both ugly. So it's like, it's the uglier one with the baby on the way. Right? Right? Am I tweaking? I might be tweaking. Regardless, they both ugly. I feel like y'all trolling me. Walter is the ugly one. Myron is the balding one. They both ugly though. What do you mean? They both ugly. This is a collection of dudes that's just ugly. That thumbnail though. Pearl gotta get laid. Hey bro. If Pearl gotta get a stiff one put in her to realize that all she's saying is just gobbledygook, then I hope she get it. Walter is fresh. Myron was the one yelling. I trust Vidal. Vidal will troll me, but he'll make sure that I stay on the right path. Or she. I don't know what Vidal is. I feel like if you had to call yourself Vidal, you got to be a dude. What woman would call themselves Vidal? Do women know about Vidal Castro? I sound like Pearl.
We are struggling over here. We want to get a warehouse, so it helps.
a terrible human being. Here's another clip.
The reason why it's so bad, guys, is that in 2023, we don't hold women accountable for their promiscuity anymore, right? So since society doesn't hold women accountable for their promiscuity, you have to do it through your actions. You have to hold them accountable by your behaviors. So you're not going to change women. The only thing that you could do is adapt to the situation and change your behavior and not commit to these women.
And that's such a black pill take.
And also, you know, if you know these consequences, the Bible says, thou shalt rap it before thou tap it.
Because obviously you guys watch the show.
Less than 3% of women are not sexually active for religious reasons. Are you telling men that it's a good plan to wait for 3% of women? Do you guys get tornadoes here? Is that a thing in England?
Why is she in England? What is going on here?
Tell me if there's like a tornado warning or something.
that I agree that promiscuity is running rampant. You know that I agree that both men.
Hookup culture. But see, now she's gonna. This is what the trad pounds do. They take a sin that is primarily women. Hookup culture. We know from dating apps. That's the number one way people are meeting under 30. Only 10% of men, maybe 20% of men, are getting laid off dating apps. What does that tell us? Women are responsible for hookup culture, not men. And now they're gonna say, but men.
J'ai détesté les femmes célibataires que nous pouvons pas passer. Jesus.
But blame the men. I mean, he was a federal FBI agent.
In English, I can't stand women who can't get laid.
What more do you need this guy to do?
Men should be better and there should be change, but I do believe that women's behavior can be changed. It should be changed, but that is besides the point. Remember what he said about accountability? Here's another video.
Guys don't like it when girls say signs and crystals and all other shit. It's basically what she does is she takes accountability away from herself and she puts it on the stars and the moon. So when she does dumb shit, she's always able to say, oh, I'm a Scorpio.
So granted, I do agree with parts of both of these takes. I agree with this point about, pseudo-spirituality in the form of signs and crystals. Even a broken clock is right twice a day. But the point is, you guys might have noticed a through line in those last two clips. Women need to take accountability. Women are not taking accountability. This is wrong.
The women, what? It does take two to tango.
Fix that. If they're not married, it's their fault. If they're too promiscuous,
I apologize for the French. It it kind of came out.
it's their fault. If
Yeah. Everything in life is your own fault.
a man cheats on them, it's their fault.
Huh?
Signs are our faults. But
Wait. Maybe I wasn't paying attention. Scroll back.
In the moon. So when she does dumb shit, she's always able to say, oh, I'm a Scorpio.
so granted, I do agree with parts of both of these takes. I agree with this point about, pseudo-spirituality in the form of signs and crystals. Even a broken clock is right twice a day. But the point is, you guys might have noticed a through line in those last two clips. Women need to take accountability. Women are not.
Wait. I know I'm supposed to be paying attention. But why is Pearl just staring into my soul like this? Why are you looking at me like this? Don't you have the screen like right there? Why are your eyes so pierced to me? Like, in a vacuum, Pearl me fait penser que tout dans les femmes en pensant c'est d'un pénis pure profitant de la vie, not devaner, de la vie. And in English, what I basically said was, women like Pearl make me realize that, like, women like Pearl, all they need is a wiener, and they will not say any of this ever again. Like, undoubtedly, and I don't use this word unless it fits, Pearl, the vast majority of these people are grift. Damn. Listen, y'all ain't know I was multilingual.
Taking accountability, this is wrong. You need to fix that. If they're not married, it's their fault. If they're too promiscuous, it is their fault. If
Yeah. Everything in life is your own fault.
a man cheats on them, it's their fault. Our lives are our fault.
So if everything in life is your own fault, can we start blaming the men also? That's a good option. I feel like that would be a checks notes fair option. Because I can blame women for the choices they make. I can also blame men. If you're going around having coitus without those condoms, the consequence is potentially an STD or a baby. You pick the poison. You can't pick the poison in that regard. Dealer's choice.
But are all of these circumstances black and white? Absolutely not.
See, that's what happens, okay? Whenever a situation is pretty much black and white, pretty much, women will always say, whenever it's...
Just because I'm from New Orleans doesn't mean I speak French. There's a vast majority of people in that state, in that city, and in that state who cannot speak that language.
situation that says the woman looks bad. Whenever there's... Okay, thank God, the wind kind of stopped. Okay. Whenever there's a situation...
I was told that French was the language of love, and look at me now, single.
that the woman looks bad in. They always bail them out. And God, I did this for a year of shows. This is the most frustrating. It's not black and white. It's pretty black and white. The data says 10% of men are sleeping with 80% of women. Women are responsible for hookup culture, not men.
Men be at fault in relationships and be promiscuous? Obviously they can be. They are every single day. But it seems like the fresh and fit guys don't totally agree with that. In fact, I wonder if they believe that men should take any responsibility whatsoever, especially after seeing that Walter, the other host of the show, allegedly got his girlfriend pregnant and then demanded that she get an abortion. Oh, sounds like not taking accountability, doesn't it? Let's just listen to this phone call that is allegedly between him and his girlfriend.
See, now, this is kind of going back to what I was saying before. Now we're spreading rumors.
What are you talking about? She's doing what anybody would do based off of limited information. They're saying allegedly, and they're going through the information. Nothing is the problem. What do you mean? You're also spreading the rumor around by trying to play defense. You do not help by being uninformed, speaking on things you lack. I'm thinking Leon might be sleep deprived. You know what's crazy? After the stream I did a couple hours ago, I took a nap. So, not sleep deprived. I'm just kind of hungry.
From a chick that's a hooker. A hooker. This is the source. Remember, this is a literal hooker. But she doesn't have that in this video. Okay? Hooker.
want the baby because I don't want to kill the baby. I don't want to kill nobody. I don't want to.
You're not. They just give you a pill and it's over.
No. I'm pregnant.
First of all, that is such a lie that is being pushed by both the medical industrial complex, by feminists, apparently by men who don't want to take responsibility for their actions, for their unprotected sex. It's just a pill. Just take it. It's not. Do you not understand the havoc that the abortion pill wreaks on a woman's body? The pain.
Now, okay, Brett, this is a hooker.
Will you acknowledge what she just said? Wait, please? She just sat there and said, it's not just a pill. It's not just a pill. It's not just a pill. Also, it's just a hooker. I'm losing it. I'm losing it, chat. It's not, it's just a hooker. So you mean to tell me this alpha male, this base cool guy just wants to bang a hooker? That's not alpha. Just sleeping with anybody around? And for profit, for money? And you want to blame it on the woman and not hold the man to any sort of standard, saying, bro, you know, you could settle down with some nice little broad, you know what I'm saying? And y'all could mingle, y'all could start a family or not, depending on clearly how you view this situation. Why it gotta be, oh, she's just a hooker. She's just a hooker. She's just a hooker.
Do you really think she hasn't had an abortion before? 1 out of 3 women has had an abortion. Seriously. Does this hooker seem like religion is going to be a reason, like a real reason she's not going to get an abortion? I'm just being real here, guys. I'm not for abortion. I'm pro-life in all circumstances.
So address the comment that was just made. You know what? Never mind. I'm still here. By the way, Natanya and anybody else who said 30 minutes, it's been 41 minutes. Y'all owe me money. Since y'all won't place bets.
But women now have the freedom to be single mothers, but don't want to take the responsibility for it. I'm going to do a whiteboard thing in a second.
Puts her through both emotionally and physically. It is not.
If I start seeing a whiteboard, I'm not going to make it to an hour. We're 41 minutes in. If I start seeing a whiteboard, I'm going to lose my mind.
That should be taken lightly at all. And women are being fed this lie that it's an easy fix. It's not. This is never an easy fix. This is an incredibly serious, awful thing that you are doing, both morally and what you're putting your body through.
I want to keep the baby.
Astorati, if I start seeing a whiteboard, I'm not going to beat my record. My record was like an hour and 17 minutes and like 19 seconds. If I start seeing a whiteboard, I'm not going to make it.
Like I said, I just don't want any kids.
Oh, you don't want any kids, bro? Then you shouldn't be having sex. Or you should have gotten a vasectomy if you don't want to have children. Those are your 2 options.
And you know what's crazy?
No, just say yes. Just say true. Just say true. Just say true. Just say true. Objectively, that's the right take. That is it. Anything above and beyond is an embarrassment to all things Jesus.
Crucified Rollo Tomasi for saying that a vasectomy was the best way
Leon, you suck at Fortnite. I'm not trying. I'm sorry.
to avoid these problems. I mean, he's kind of right now.
Wait.
Because
everyone crucified Rollo Tomasi for saying that a vasectomy was the best way to avoid these problems.
A vasectomy is the right way to avoid. Who? If you don't want kids, either don't have coitus or get a vasectomy. Like, those are the only 2 things. At least for a man. Don't have sex or get a vasectomy. Anybody who criticized that is a moron. Leon, we deserve better Fortnite gameplay. All right. I'm locked in now.
I mean, he's kind of right now.
Because having sex comes with the possibility of a pregnancy. If you are engaging in sex, you have to know that that is a possible outcome. You are a grown man. You should know that. You cannot sit on your podcast and preach about how terrible women are, about how they take no responsibility, and then tell your girlfriend.
Okay. Girlfriend. Truly.
I mean, listen, if you bringing somebody around your mom, that got to be something. That got to be something. Show of hands. How many of y'all bringing a hooker around y'all mama? Nobody? I thought so.
We're gonna say she's a girl. Come on, Brad. Like, really, we're believing a hooker? A hooker? She's on camera selling sex for money.
They got pictures of her, Fresh, and his mom together. So what we really going off?
That she needs to kill her unborn child because it's not convenient for you right now. Oh, you just don't want any children. No, that is you not taking any accountability. What you rag on about on your show 24/7. Somebody commented.
Did he say he wouldn't, was he able to stop her from getting an abortion? Does he have any say in this, Brett?
He wants her to get an abortion. What do you mean? What do you mean? Also, Vidal, remember when we had that slight conversation about somebody wanting me to be their sugar baby? They're in the chat right now.
Has no say. He was asked, his opinion. He doesn't want to be a dad. And if women, right now, 1 out of 3 women, probably the woman that you were defending like a week ago, the hooker, 1 out of 3 women have an abortion. They have the right to not be mothers. Why don't men have the right not to be a father? We can agree it's equally irresponsible to not wear a condom. That's equally irresponsible on both parts, okay? But they both made that decision together. Afterwards, she is the only one that has the right to not to be a mother, okay?
Said, what a degenerate. Knocks her up, doesn't take accountability. Don't they?
None of you women had sex outside of marriage. Truly. You're all virgins. Right, okay. Okay, let's just
going on and on about how women don't take accountability. Disgusting individual. Yes. Somebody else said.
There's a virgin amongst us right now. There's a virgin amongst us right now. Her name's Peachy. So it's not too hard to understand. I just got an age restriction on my most recent video.
So let me get this straight. No accountability. I mean, the jokes truly write themselves at this point. Another person said, real talk, most of these alpha male podcasts just promote gender war propaganda. I completely agree. They create an insane divide between men and women.
No, that's always the excuse they give. It's always the excuse women give whenever there's information that makes women look bad. That is always the excuse. They always say, oh, it's a gender war. Oh, it's not black and white. Whenever it is pretty black and white. And it's information that makes women look bad. We have such a gynocentric culture that we always need to shield information that makes us look bad. The same way that she's covering the story in a way that puts the woman in a positive light, but leaves out the fact that this woman's a hooker. Where is that? Why isn't that in here? That discredits the entire story. That she stole money from someone. And you have to understand the way you report on a story. This is a tactic that feminists, there's a book, it's called How to Destroy a Man, Brett. You should read it. You need to read it from cover to cover because it talks about the way that you guys report on media.
Is Peachy the pearly things of your chat? Absolutely not. You're giving her wildly too much credit. That's too much responsibility for poor little old Peachy. Like, that's too much responsibility. I wouldn't even give Peachy that layer of responsibility to think of herself as the pearly face of this chat.
It plays into the feminist playbook. And toxic women understand how to use the media to destroy a man's reputation and career without any evidence or receipts. And I know she's going to bring up the receipts, but we'll see. Come on.
So divided, we do not need more of this propaganda. That's a great way to put it. He goes on and says, these men love to excuse weak behavior and love mental gymnastics. Real men don't have to express how much of a man they are.
And so that's real men. This is the programming. And this is what I see tradcon women do this enough. You're not a real man unless you behave the way that I say. So when I think of the ultimate alpha male, I think of Donald Trump. So Donald Trump, not a real man if he ever told a girl.
Excuse me. Wait. When you pearly things think of the ultimate alpha male, you think of 80-year-old Donald J. Trumpy-umpy. I must calm myself. We're getting into that territory again. What happened? Where's the audio? Oh, I slightly muted it. Hold on, what did I miss?
So when I think of the ultimate alpha male, I think of Donald Trump.
God.
So Donald Trump's not a real man if he ever told a girl in his 50-year career to get an abortion. Look, okay.
Men don't treat people like garbage. Real men don't run. That last line hits hard. Now, Walter's girlfriend, whose name is Daisy, obviously recorded that.
Gosh. I like Brett. I think she's like a sweetheart, but God, this was covered so unfairly. Okay.
Conversation, she posted it. She also posted screenshots of their texts online, and there are plenty of them. Many of them are very vulgar. I'm going to read one of them to you. This is on her story. Fresh, aka Walter, said, you should have a kid with somebody who you are in love with in the same household. It won't be what you expect. Man up. I'm telling you now so that you know. She told him to man up. As she should have.
No, she shouldn't. And I'm going to put it. I'm gonna wait till she gets through the story before I do my whiteboard.
I don't expect anything anymore since we're not together. I got pregnant with you.
I'm going to scream because anybody who's watched my streams for any length of time, you know how I feel about women and whiteboards. They tend to not know what they're doing with these things. Let me specify. Online content creators tend to not know what they're doing.
you when I was in your house and when I was in love. You wanted to have the baby. If you didn't with me with your own pleasure. Be logical and be a man. I didn't get pregnant by myself. Ooh, it is not fair for the baby. No, it's not. What are you saying? We are not together and won't be. Why would that be good for a kid? So why did you decide to be? Also, things happen, and yes, feelings change, but bringing a kid into this world without both parents' love is cruel. We both thought you wouldn't get pregnant. You can't just think that you won't get pregnant. That is not how the world works.
But okay, Brett, you gotta think.
What do you mean? Ow! Why are you playing the semantics game? You have to know if you have coitus with no rubber on and no, ladies, correct me if I just so happen to be wrong about what I'm about to say. No IUD, no birth control, no vasectomy. There's a chance you walk out of that with a baby on the way. Am I wrong? I know I'm not, but you know what? It never hurts to ask.
Steps. Why would they think that she wouldn't get pregnant? Why would they think that? Because women lie about birth control. The NBA issued statements telling men to flush their condoms because women were stealing them to try to make a child. Now, in that situation, was the man just not a real man? Did he not man up? What about when there's deceit? What about when there's fraud? We don't know all the facts of the story, but we're coming to a conclusion and reporting on it and destroying this guy's reputation when we don't even know if the kid's his. This is a hooker, a literal hooker, a hooker. Do you believe that she was the only one? He was the only one she had sex with? Maybe. I don't know.
Now, a lot of people have been attacking Daisy for putting Fresh, aka Walter, on blast. They're calling her a grifter, a snake, that she's a gold digger trying to get his money. But we see the pregnancy tests in the text.
Brett, do you know how many women fake pregnancy tests?
What a great...
It's so common.
It's so common.
And the other possibility is that it's not even his. Women do that all the time, too. Super common.
Tests from doctors, not just a clear blue. Now, maybe she is insane. I don't know her. Maybe it's all made up.
Yes, because she's a hooker! Look at her Instagram for 2 seconds. Obviously, she's crazy.
She's just trying to get his money, but she also could be honest and be scared and desperate, so she's gone to the public to...
Even if she was scared and desperate, Brett, why would it be a good idea for a woman to take that personal conversation to the public? Why? Don't you want the best for the child? Is that the best for the kid, to put this information on the internet? All right.
Know them, the real man, off camera. That is a totally valid option. Things I'm sure you would much rather keep private, but you know what? You should have thought of that before you got pregnant, just like you need to think about that before you log...
Okay, next ad.
Writers use it to...
Ad.
Not so...
Ad.
Top TBN is our...
Ad. Sorry, I don't
we all deserve privacy. Maybe not this guy after what he did, but...
You don't even know if he did it. See, that's spite. That's spite.
I won't say that. She also said in a live stream that she would do a DNA test whenever he wants to prove that this is actually his child, and she also posted notes app screenshots detailing the timeline of their relationship, including when he allegedly told her he loved her, wanted to be exclusive with her, and then introduced her to his mom, said he would have a baby with her, which is why she went off of birth control and had unprotected sex with him. And that, people, is the most ridiculous part of this entire story in my...
No acknowledgement of the, hey, guess what? The man who you claim wanted to have coitus with a hooker apparently brought the hooker to his mom, which there are pictures of. No, nothing about that. Nothing about that. Nothing about that. Now, I will say, we can get this DNA test, and that could solve the whole problem right there. Honestly, a DNA test could solve the whole problem right there. Will anybody do it? It all depends. I say if Fresh wants to prove it is or isn't his, go ahead and hit that DNA line. That's all you got to do.
Okay, why, Brett?
Because they are both at fault here. They apparently...
Okay, I need to go to my whiteboard. I'm ready for this. Give me a second.
I'm going to lose it.
Okay, Brett. So...
I had to... You cut to you walking to a whiteboard. I got to give it a chance. Got to give it a chance. Gotta give it. Leon, can you do us a favor and just have a friend hook up with Pearl or do it yourself? First of all, how dare you want any of my friends to be associated with such a thing? Number two, how dare you tell me to do it? First of all, no.
Right now we're gonna go over female to male choice. So what you referenced is you said something like it takes 2 to tango, or I can't remember the exact word. We're going to go over male to female choice. So this is men, this is women. So when we have a freedom...
Seriously, why do you hate Whiteboard? Because it's being used by a woman who thinks she's smart, but will not give me any shred of information.
As women, we need to accept the responsibility that comes with it. As women, all right, we have the choice. We're going to go through all of our choices. Wait till marriage.
Leon should get a whiteboard. There's a reason you're single, and that's why.
Sex. What a great freedom. We could wait till marriage to have sex. okay. Women said, nah. Women got together, and there was whole marches. There was slut marches. They said, nah, we are not doing that. So we said, okay, fine, ladies. Condoms. Oh, wait, actually, I'm going to do one before that. They said, fine, ladies. You know what? We'll help you guys out. Track your ovulation. You can only get pregnant statistically where it's likely like once a month for a couple days. So you know what? We'll make you these nice apps where you can track your cycle. And the lady said, nah, that's too hard.
Did every woman say that, or just the weird looking ones that are clearly just brain dead? Because all of these things sound great, and there are women who do that. As much as we want to sit here and treat it like the modern woman doesn't want to wait till marriage, the modern woman just wants to pop it all the time. Could be true for some, not true for everybody. When we talk in absolutes, it leads us down a slippery slope, easy to verify and fact check at the same time. Leon should get a blackboard. See, now we talking.
So then number 3, they said, okay, fine, ladies. You don't want to track your ovulation. Let's give you guys condoms. Let's give you guys condoms.
I don't think the women were given the condoms. I think the men were given those, but you know what? Anybody could be a woman and a man nowadays, so fair ball.
And they said,
play ball.
Nah, we can't do that. So they said, okay, fine. All right, ladies don't want condoms. Let's give them IUDs, birth control, pills. What's that thing in your arm? I forgot the name. What else? What are the other ones, Blessing? Do you know? You know, but a million forms, like a million pills, IUDs, the thing they put in their arm. I think there's like patches. Let me look at the chat. Yeah, okay, they got them. So, whatever. And then the women said, well, I can't take a pill at the same time every day. And then the guy said, well, we'll just shove a thing up your hoo-ha. That'll stop it. And the woman said, well, but that's going to F up my hormones and make me uncomfortable. So the men were like, God damn it, ladies, fine. You can't do any of that. Just take a freaking plan B. Just take the plan B. Take it the next day. Take it, ladies, please, ladies. And the lady said, no. We can't do that either. So the guy said, fine. You know, screw it, ladies. Frick, you guys can't do any of these things? Fine, we'll give you guys abortion, but only early abortion. And the lady said, yeah, but what if I don't know I'm pregnant? Gosh. And the guy said, fine, you know what? Screw it. At first, it was 3 months of abortion. And then the lady said, we can't do that. So then they said, fine, ladies, fine. 6 months. Now they're fighting for abortion up to birth. This never ends. Okay, but the lady said,
Pearl is 27 going on 30 without a man. By her own value, she's a failure. Just saying the standards she holds other women to. Correct? Like, correct? She folds the moment a guy flirts with her. I would pay all the monies to see a man seriously, not comedically, seriously flirt with this walking construction board. And I defy you to show me shred of proof somebody wants to hit that. Matter of fact, I demand you show me proof that somebody wants to hit that.
no, that's all too hard. That's all too difficult. So, you know what? Step 7. They said, you know what? If we do get pregnant, even though we had every choice to not get pregnant, give us child support. So now even if the woman says, you know what? I want this kid. I want it. And you know what? Also give me the right to destroy his reputation in the media. Also, now, I mean, even trad are backing this up. So, and media destruction. Did I forget anything, chat? Did I forget anything?
I'm going to rizz up. You know what's sad? Your name speaks volumes to what I would expect to happen to somebody like Pearly Things, who spends all this time whining and doesn't do a good job vetting the process of who it is that they might potentially sleep with. This is beyond the definition of just loser. It's just sad. Girl sounds like the tipster of the manosphere. You know, what an opinion. And you know, we might just have to co-sign that. We might just have to recognize that one. Not now that I'm sitting here and then dotting my I's and crossing my T's, I could see what you mean. I could 100% see what you mean. Can she cook like good food? I would rather eat Peachy's microwave bacon than see anything that Pearly Things comes up with in the kitchen. And that'll be the compliment that gets hung over my head until I somehow stop associating with little old Peachling. drastically.
All right. So now the men. Now I'm sure they said, let's be fair to the men, right? No. So the men said, could we marry young? Ladies, my high school sweetheart, marry me. And the women said, nah, not talking about you, Brett. I'm talking about women in general, right? Like the general population of women. They said, do you want to marry your...
So we ignored Brett, but we're going to focus on the general population of women, where there are women who are getting married to their high school sweethearts. Do they last? Who knows? Does it all remain the same and kosher? Who knows? But hey, it could not. Comes to true love, you never really know.
High school sweetheart, the women said, no, I want to go to clubs and dance and whatever. So, that wasn't really the men's choice because, women didn't want to get married. So they said, all right, I can't do that. So I guess, I could do abstinence for a lifetime or until 35 when the women decide they're interested. Tough sell. The TradCons are trying to sell this right now. Good luck.
Wait, is this supposed to be men versus women? Why aren't you putting abstinence on the women's side also?
Luck selling that because the women aren't wanting to get married young. If you ask most men, they would have married their high school sweetheart. But the women said no, so that wasn't really, maybe 10, 20% of men have that choice, but most men, that's not really a choice. So abstinence. Step 2, condoms. That's really it. That's really all they got. They got
a vasectomy.
Fresh?
A vasectomy. A vasectomy. Put that category on there immediately. A vasectomy is an option needed.
Sleeping with a hooker and all that and finishing in her, stupid, dumb idea. But my thing is, ladies, if we have all of this freedom, what we need to do is give men that don't want children a third option, which is financial abortion. Let's make it equal, because as long as you guys keep giving women all of these bailouts, that's feminism. It's all of the freedom with none of the responsibility. If women want to not do any of this, have sex unprotected, and become a single mother, then as a woman, you should have full responsibility of doing that. And, she said she was scared and all this stuff in the interview. Brett, number 1, this is a hooker. Number 2, IG thought. And 3, okay. Fresh has hours of footage talking about how he's not monogamous and doesn't want kids like that.
Fuck it. You stupid, ugly, plank-ass bitch. Do you understand that a dude could sit there and say all this shit and be lying to a fucking audience? Do you understand that there are people out there who have spent years learning how to prey upon the emotions of young, vulnerable motherfuckers who have no fathers, no father figures, no big brothers, no uncles, no grandfathers, no nothing, that'll sit there and actually teach them the ways on how to be a decent human fucking being? There are individuals who exist, who know that other people like that exist, and they will dedicate unmitigated amounts of time to preying upon their emotions, lying to them, making it seem like everything's okay and it's all these other motherfuckers' fault, when in fucking reality, it is everybody's fucking fault. You can blame a man and a woman and a woman, not a woman, a woman, for the consequences that they both partook in when it comes to having fucking sex, which is a disease or a baby. And the way to combat that is to either not fuck or do all the necessary precautions from either a man or a woman to not have a fucking baby. It's just that fucking simple. And the amount of motherfuckers who want to make it about anything else, like, for example, the ugliest bitch under the sun who wants to spend dedicated time defending the lowest brow of individuals, while also at the same fucking time trying to diminish anybody who actually goes through something like wanting the father in a child's life by saying, oh, well, the women this and all the women do this and all you whores are nothing but liars who want to ruin a man's reputation. Guess what? Fresh and Fit's reputation already fucking worthless. Why? Because these alpha males sit there and bitch like bitches when, say it with me now, they get criticized by real men. What alpha male responds by screaming that they want to fight? What alpha male puts on a clan mask and makes monkey noises? What alpha male goes around wanting to fight everybody who talks shit about him? You're a bitch. That's all you are. A bitch. You're not a man. You're not even a boy. You're just a bitch. You'll never be nothing but a bitch. And guess what, bitches? You in a circumstance or a situation where you either gonna be a man or you gonna be what you already are, a bitch. Plain and simple, cut to print. I don't know why we look at a woman like Brett, who is the epitome of everything Pearly Things is not. An actual woman, beautiful, pretty, got a little bit of that bump in the trunk, and is married and is desired by men. Meanwhile, you motherfuckers' only outlook on getting any form of human interaction or sex is to pay them. Is to be on a fucking website where, depending on how much money you got or your tax bracket, you can fuck a bunch of people in that same tax bracket. Hello? It's ridiculous how we reach this epicenter of unmitigated stupidity to where instead of just outright saying, all right, you in this situation, clearly this should be an example of not just fucking willy-nilly and making sure you got your I's dotted and your T's crossed when it come to coitus and pregnancy and all the things that can happen if you do such a thing. You could do that, or let's just fucking blame women, bro. LOL, the women. You whores. All y'all do is ruin men's lives, whores. All y'all do is want to ruin a man's reputation that's already ruined. Skanks, sluts, hermaphrodites, marsupial bitches. Like, that's it. That's it. That's all y'all ever want to do. Okay. Fine. Howdy tootie. Can we please get to the part where it's fresh and fruity? So anyways, it was Jessa Says that wanted to make me her sugar baby. She didn't put up enough money. The contract didn't suffice for me. Ridiculous. Fucking ridiculous. Yeah, you need a cup of coffee. I need a lot of things at the current moment. A coffee is not one of them. You know what I think I need? I think I need a moment. Fuck, it's nighttime. I was about to say I need a moment in the sun, but the sun is not out anymore. He's still on this old ass topic 2 months later. Hey, I'll never allow moments in time that were funny to ever be forgotten. I refuse. Any moment in time that was ever funny to me, I never let them die. So no, they will not be let go. So am I gonna end the stream now? Why do you drink coffee at 9:30 at night? Well, it's not 9:30 where I am. And number two, never said I was gonna drink coffee. Never one good time said I was gonna drink coffee. So as long as we got that clear, as long as we got that understood. Peachy said, whoa. But it's harassment at this point. Oh, go fuck yourself. Go enjoy life. If you can't do it, I don't know why you here. I mean, I could end the stream, or we could learn about the coming incel. I hate Chris so much. I hate Chris so much. Why would he give me this? I hate Chris so much. I don't understand why he would present this to me. I hate Chris. Leon, do you know? I don't want to know. I don't know it. Incel Revolution or Riot? What is this? It's a video given to me by Chris the Narc. You can't do this right after Pearl. Thank you, Chris. Well, you know what? You know what? I looked at the counter. We've reached the hour mark. I think that's a pretty good place to cap it, right? You give me Pegasus vibes. I don't know. Is that accurate? Maybe it's just the swearing and the voice tones that make you two similar in my head. You mean Pegasus the YouTuber? That's probably the first time I done got compared to a YouTuber. Usually motherfuckers hear me and they think I sound like Eddie Murphy. And I don't know. They gotta be some of the whitest shit anybody ever says because I don't sound like Eddie Murphy. You know, I'm looking at the counter. Y'all know I usually cap these streams at like an hour. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. Let me look at my track record. Let me look at my track record real fast. Leon sounds like Leon. Let me see. 8 hours ago, I did a stream that was 2 hours. An hour and 35, an hour and 53, an hour and 33, no, we're gonna ignore that 3 hour one. Ignore that 3 hour one. We ignore that 3 hour one. Hour and 37, hour and 54. Oh, ignore that. An hour, three. I did. Whoa. These are too long. These streams are too long. 3 hours, 2 hours, 3 hours. Thought I could prove my point, but I kind of exacerbated my point. Well, bro, you better not be chickening out of the video. Well, if it walk like a duck, talk like a duck, I guess it's a duck. Ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate the Chris raid. I appreciate y'all coming out. You know what I'm saying? Get out of here. We're done. I'm chickening out.